And away from the Guardian newspaper now, we move to the Nigerian Tribune. And the Nigerian Tribune big story here: sponsors of protest on watch list. FG says sponsors of protest on watch list. The writer says we have blocked external funding for protest. That's coming from the IGP. Another writer says we are after our only enemies of state. CDS. Suspension of duties, taxes on imported pharmaceutical foods will reduce prices. That's coming from the Controller General of Customs. Away from that story, Ondo will implement 70,000 naira minimum wage. That's from Ayedatiwa. New FMCs in Ekpe, Misal will have nursing schools. That's the federal government. Ogun to conduct local government election November 16. NAS Southeast Caucus petitions IGP over Igbo Must Go campaign. Ndume may return as chief whip meets APC NWC. Tinubu appoints new CEO for National Social Investment Program. And then at the bottom of the paper, another big story says violent protest in North, an attempt to create for overthrow of government. Shehu Sani says money Russia flags shared to youth.
And now to another newspaper. This time around, we're taking leadership. The major headline on leadership newspaper says, Bauchi governor debunks gold mining claims. And following that directly, it reads, APC may reinstate Ndume as Senator whip. Another shouting headline here, which says 102 companies close shop in Nigeria in 24 hours. And this one says Obasanjo faults Tinubu's approach to fuel subsidy removal. The business you have here saying CBN approves a merger of Unity Bank, Providence Bank. That story you will find on page 24 of the leadership newspaper. And this one on the foreign scene, it says U.S. election, why Kamala Harris picks a team Wise as a running mate. That story is on page 27 of page 7, beg your pardon, of the leadership newspaper. And finally here, it says Dangote Industries gets AA+, A1+, GCR ratings. That story is also on page 7. So now taking Daily Trust, the major headline on Daily Trust says, how 4 teenagers bribed to be were killed in Kano, Zaria. And the writer here says, CSOs want security agents involved, prosecuted. FG places sponsors on watch list. And here, this one is attributed to Atiku. It says, use of force against protesters, crime against humanity. That is a PDP presidential spokesperson, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, speaking there. Another writer says, we are investigating incidents. This is according to Army and police, all of course centered on the nationwide strike. Another headline here says, why Shell declined offer to run Nigerian refineries? This is credited to former President Olusegun Obasanjo. And this one following it says, CBN approves the Unity product. Of course, we read that in leadership paper. And moving on, it says, Niger pensioners get a benefit 21 years after retirement. All of these stories you will find on Daily Trust newspaper. And that's the much we will be taking this morning on our newspaper review segment. On that basis, let me say another warm welcome to Nigerians. It's the U45 morning show. Yes, we are not alone in the studio this morning. We have a public affairs analyst joining us, of course, in the discussion this morning. Join me to welcome Comrade Tony Mbata. Comrade Tony Mbata, welcome to U45 Morning Show.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, now, there's another thing is this a latest development reaching us. This is quite sad, which is a very significant personality who we all know is always ready to be at the forefront of issues of national interest. And now this time around, I'm talking about the demise of a legal practitioner, barrister Deshino Ogunlano. The news reaching us about a few minutes ago is that barrister Adeshino Gulano has just kicked the bucket. You would recall that he was fully on ground during this nationwide hashtag end good bad
Bad
governance
government
protest.
and police
What do
brutality
you
and
make
all.
out of this? Do I first start with our analyst? How does this news come to you?
Our condolences to the family of Ogunlano. But one thing is that death is a necessary end. It can come at any time. And the issue is that everybody should get prepared. So everybody will die. So when it comes, you face a maker. And it's a wake-up call that people should remember that one day you will die. No matter who you are, no matter what you are, no matter the office you occupy, it can happen. So it has happened. What do we do? Nothing.
Okay, I'm sorry to say, this is, in fact, my heart is heavy at this point
Absolutely.
in time. If you can recall, Barrister Ogunlano is a very active lawyer. I mean, he's always on our program.
Always.
He was the NSAS lawyer too, was
True.
among the NSAS lawyers. He was very vibrant, very vocal. Even with this very protest.
The protest ongoing, it was still at the ground, yes. Last week it was at the ground.
Sharing about how does this come to you? Like,
It's indeed heartbreaking for a lot of Nigerians, for a lot of young people, because this is a lawyer who has the heart for young people. He feels their pain, and he has always been against bad governance and police brutality and the likes. And this news comes as a very, very heartbreaking one. And our condolences again to the families and to everyone who has associated, who have been impacted. I have a lot of lawyer friends who have been sending in their condolences because this man has impacted them, especially while they were law students and they have served in various capacity, in the nation. This is one man who is ready to pick a young lawyer up and is ready to train them. I mean, you have to go to his social media page to see the kind of condolences that are already pouring in. And his 60th birthday is just a stone throw away. And this is quite heartbreaking, I must say.
So apparently, Barrister is 59.
He's 59 plus.
Looking towards hitting 60. Well, this is that's a rude shock. Well, condolences, just like Solomon has said. But then again, this is somebody that will see that he continue to, vent his anger in regards to what many citizens are facing in the country. We are yet to know the cause of his death. Could it be that the shouting and all of that is possibly what has led to affected him?
And nobody will except we have the report on the incident, what really happened. Is the medical doctors that will give up. But one thing I learned from it is that he has impacted life. That's the most important thing. That is a lesson to anybody, that you live, even if you live 100 years, 10 years, have you impacted to the people around you? You must impact to people. People are confessing, not all these political or pancake praise singers, but but this is real thing you will see. It's not holding any government position or office, but people saw what he's doing. People can attest to that. So he has finished his job.
All right. Well, I just hope that in all of these and what has happened, there's no gray areas to this. I can remember that Gani Fawehinmi was also one lawyer that was always speaking the minds of the people, advocating for good governance, equal rights, and what have you. And I remember at a point in time I had an interview with him before he died. And of course, he was pointing and accusing fingers on the DSS and all that, after which got
you must impact to your generation. So that's the most important thing. Even though we are grieving, we are being pained for what happened, but we will emulate what he has done and build for the future.
Okay, based on the, we are aware that, of course, part of what he died for basically now is about airing his concerns about the growth of Nigeria or of a better Nigeria. What do you think are the lessons for us to even learn from this very August hashtag and about governance? Because if elsewise, maybe he has overstretched himself. You know, in terms of raising this, you know, blood pressure can happen anytime. We never can say what is the cause of the death. What do you think are the lessons for us to learn? Because definitely, if the country is good, people are enjoying good governance, he wouldn't be out there shouting, and this might not have happened.
Yeah, the younger ones should emulate from him, because you can see, I think before we end, I was saying that for you to be a leader, there must be a passion. He has passion for the fatherland. He has passion for the good governance. He has passion for the youth to develop. He has passion for this country to be something. So it was his passion that could lead into this. So we should learn that for you to be a leader, you must have empathy. He has empathy for the youth. He has empathy for his people. He should have, the barrister is comfortable. He can choose to stay in his house without complaining. And he will eat and train his children. But he's doing it not for himself alone, but for the future generation. Our leaders, are they doing it? So even though we are, Jesus, some of us that are Christians died at the age of 33 years. At these 3 years of his ministry, he has fulfilled what people can stay up to. You know, Jesus did not have anything, but we still today we reference him. So we will reference him. It built the youth to tell you that not for you alone, but for the generality of the people. Be sincere, have passion, empathy. That's what we're talking of a good leader.
But this very strike, can we really say that this strike has fulfilled the essence for which Nigerians demonstrated?
Yeah, the strike has shown something, which I said before. The strike has shown that the sovereign power belongs to people, even though we willingly relinquish it to the leaders. Right. And because the leaders saw themselves as a one kind person that nobody can touch, nobody can reach whatever they say. Because before the protest, they were telling us, people like Wike, that will not protest in Abuja. Abuja is not a place. Tell them it cannot happen. We heard what happened. How they lobbied so many people. How they regroup. Even a KK man came out that he was one of the people that were carrying people, and they gave them 5,000 to make sure that this. But after all their plan, after all they said, after all their voting, Nigerian masses came out to say, end to bad governance. We are hungry. To tell you that they are not in charge. But they are using, the problem we are having is that I keep telling the Nigerian security agencies that they should know that these people you are killing, you are beating, you are many, they are your brothers and sisters. Even them are suffering. You are not bound to take another to kill your fellow human being because he's protesting for your right, his own right. Some people will say, I will not come out. They are talking something that will be beneficial to everybody. It's like a multiplier effect. Because if you have a good government, everybody will benefit. So those people that are out in the street doing it, don't think that they are non-entities, they are nobody like they are alleged that the Senate president say they will be there protesting, they will be inside and drinking tea and drinking champagne, that even the vice president say they are non-entities. That is, if they say such a thing, it is not good. It doesn't show that they are leaders.
If there's something we must take home concerning Barrister, is the fact that he is a man for the people. He will always fight for the people. I saw a post where he was LASU lawyer for the student union government, and he fought the management of the school for the rights of the students. That's one thing this man has stood out for, always fighting for the people. If he's not talking with government agencies, he's talking to government, he's talking to the police, all just to give the people a better life. This is a legacy that he has left, and I think not just barristers and lawyers, but everybody, humanity should be able to emulate from this wonderful man. So sad that he's been cut off from us, in his prime. He is a great man indeed.
Okay. Okay, so quickly, let's look at the major stories and the headline on the pages of newspaper headlines. I mean, the things to talk about. You understand, away from, of course, this protest which is on ground. We also saw people flying flags, foreign flags, the flags of Russia. How would you react to that?
It is very appalling for citizens of this country to begin to flag the flag of Russia. Russia cannot do anything. But it is a show of a wake-up call for the Nigerian leaders to tell them that you cannot do well. Because if they are doing well, I don't see how people will be so proud enough to show another person's flag. They're not doing well. They are failed. That's what it signifies. But we condemn it in total. But it's a wake-up call for the Nigerian leaders. Why? Why must it be flag of Russia? And also, why not British? Yes, yes. Why? Because they are our.
Okay,
yes.
that's where a lot of Nigerians
so because those people have failed this country.
A lot of Nigerians are coming out to say that okay, the flag of Russia being raised during a protest in Nigeria is loud enough. There might just be something in connection, even though the Russian government has come to deny it, you know. But is it not possible also that there could be some type of connection between this protest ongoing and the Russian government? Because the Nigerian government has also come to say that they have been able to flag down some foreign support, some foreign contribution into the ongoing protest. Could there be that there's some type of connection between the Russian government?
I don't.
Outcome is coming from the north.
I don't believe such, because if you watch government all over the particular Nigeria as a case study, they will always allude that foreign powers want to hijack power and all the rest of them. No, I don't see it like that. But it shows that, one, let me say, British, they are our colonial masters. If we supposed to carry flag, it's supposed to be British to tell them.
Absolutely.
But because they have disappointed this country, because what we are passing through, they have almost 50% of blame. Yes, because they don't want us to get what we want so that they will be enriching themselves. There was a story that when Mbata was there, the British government banned Nigerian Airways, telling them that it's too noisy and all the rest of it. And Mbata banned their own. There was unemployment. What made British what they are is what they are getting from here. So for Nigeria to be at peace, they will not be happy. So for the citizen of this country to be carrying Russian flag instead of their colonial masters means that our colonial masters have failed us. We don't believe in them. They don't have us as their own people. So it is a signal to them too, and also to Nigerian government. And also, if you look at it, Russia has been looking for, I'm not saying that it's true, but Russia has been looking for people. Watch most of these African countries that the military have taken over, they ran to Russia. Russia has been looking for friends in order to make sure that they have their own people to build their empire and all the rest of them. So it could be something may be fishing, we cannot overlook.
So, but do you think, as an activist, do you think all of this protest has a political undertone, as the government has also said from some quarters?
I don't believe that. What it has is hunger in the land. Government are not doing what they're supposed to do. If they are doing, okay, let us take a case study in Abia State. Before, let's start from Ojis Okano, because I won't start from the former governor. Ojis Okano came in, people thought he would do something. After 8 years, 1999 to 8 years, nothing. The other one, Toda, came in, nothing. This one that left came in. But as soon as, what's the name, Oti came in, I'm from Imo State. I traveled to Abia State. That Opera Square used to be a very small road. So I saw a big road. I was confused, not knowing that the taxi man that I was watching me from the mirror. He said, guy, I don't say you are surprised. This is the Opera Square you used to know. Now people are seeing it. People are not complaining. When you are not doing your job, when you are busy using 21 million naira to renovate a house, When you are busy renovating the house of the wife of the president that is not in the constitution, when you are busy buying SUVs, when you are busy doing all the rest of many things, leakages, when you are busy doing all this, and people are seeing you, and you say they should not complain. But so there is nothing like political undertone.
But some have also argued that the insufficient food that we have is politically motivated, in the sense that it's a way of the North trying to, you know, protest that they don't want the government to.
I don't believe that. Look at insecurity in the North. How they are killing people in the farm. Government have never, since Buhari came in, that was when this thing started. People that will go to farm to go and work, they will go there, they will kill them. Government will not do anything.
But they were killing them during good luck.
And we still have sufficient supply of food. It was not the way it is. Nobody's farming.
It was under Buhari's government that was, you know, and the lives, and there was food shortage.
Yes, you see their cattle destroying the crops.
And no wonder the protest has been more in the north
because they're longer there
than any other part of the nation.
And it's what their elite there did, because they want to impoverish the poor, so that every morning they will come, rank and they will give them food. You will see a whole local government, 1 or 2 persons, every other person will come and bow down, they will eat in the morning, they will eat in the night, so that during time for politics, election, they will use them to do what they want. So now there will be an effect to what people are doing. They train their children abroad, they go to best school, whatever.
Okay, finally, before we let you go, what's your final submission in regards to the protest ongoing, and what you think government can do with urgency that can at least quell the tensions on the ground?
The issue, they say charity begins at home. The Nigerian government, the leaders, supposed to begin from themselves. If you tell me to tighten my belt, let me see it. A Kenyan leader, we saw how he wept and also accepted the blame. I love Obasanjo. I keep saying it. Obasanjo is a man that will take blame. So Nigerian government should be able to take the blame as a leader and also have empathy for the masses. We are seeing them. It's like a Oga, you are taking bribe and your driver will be carrying the money inside the boot, watching you. Security man will open the door. And tomorrow you tell the security man, don't take bribe from somebody that is coming to come and see you. But because he knew that you are taking bribe, and you tell the driver before you do anything, you will not take. Man, leaders support. The Nigerian problem, 60% of our problem is from the leaders. 60%. The 40% to give it to all of us.
All right, Barrister.